Look at this chart on gold 15-minute time frame. See those buy signals popping up right while prices sliding down? At first glance, this looks like a great reversal entry. Most traders see that little diamond, convince themselves the bottom is in, and they hit buy. But look at what happens next. They get stopped out almost immediately. Then it happens again in this choppy sideways mess. If you ever felt like the market is personally hunting your stops, it's usually because you're missing the two things that actually moves price: market structure and momentum convention. Most traders are just trading noise. To filter that noise from the reality, we're using the range oscillator. Now don't look at this just as another indicator that gives you red means sell signals, green means buy signals. This is a measurement of commitment. If there's enough actual pressure behind the move to make it follow through, or if it's just a fake out. Let's get the chart cleaned up so we can see what the market is actually telling us. Go into the settings and set the minimum range length to 200 and the range width multiplier to 3. Now here's a pro tip. Change the weak bearish and bullish colors to white. Why? Because we're not interested in maybe. We only want to see high probability momentum. Make those 100 and minus 100 levels bold. They are your lines in the sand. Look at those zones at the bottom. When those columns are trapped in the middle, it's a graveyard for retail accounts. This is zero momentum. It's just range-bound noise. If you trade there, you're just gambling on coin flips. But when those columns punch below minus 100 and turns red, that's not just a color change. This is a sign of institutional level bearish pressure. Auction. Notice there's a stretch on gold right here. These white columns in the middle tells us the market is just choppy. There's no edge, so we stay patient. But then look at this shift. The columns drops, turn red and stay below the minus 100 line. Right as that happens, price starts. They heavily leg down. It's not a coincidence, that's a real momentum. Finally, columns flip green above plus 100, and that's your confirmed trend reversal. Now, here's the part most traders miss. Even in a clear downtrend, you're going to see pullbacks that looks like the start of a new bull run. This is where the itchy fingers get people in trouble. They try to pick the exact bottom. To stay disciplined, we use the swing structure bands. Think of these bands as the current market regime. If price is trading below the bands, we are in a bear house. I don't care how tempting a buy signal looks. If you're under those bands, the path of least resistance is down. Every buy signal is just potential trap. It's a temporary reaction before the original sellers return to push price even lower. This one rule of staying on the right side of a structure is what keeps you in the game for long run. Let's walk through a live decision-making process on gold chart. The trend is clearly down because we're trading under the band. Now look closely. A diamond appears below the price. To an amateur, that looks like an entry. To us, it's just a marker of where the market is attempting to find support. A structure break by itself doesn't mean much. It only tells us price moved beyond the previous level. The real question is whether the sellers have enough commitment to keep pushing. So when the diamond prints, mark the most recent support level, and then we wait. This is where the professional separates themselves from the crowd. We aren't jumping in just because we see a signal. We're waiting for the market to prove it actually has the strength to break that support. Wait for candle to close right there. Price breaks the support, but before we even think about execution, we check the momentum. Look at the range oscillator. Are those columns red? Are they below -100? If they aren't white or stuck in middle, we sit on our hands. But here, they are deep red. Now we have alignment. The market structure is bearish and we have a structural breakout. And the oscillator confirms there's real pressure behind the move. This is the trade that actually deserves your risk capital. Now let's talk about capital preservation. Risk management isn't a limitation. It's the only thing that allows you to survive the losing streaks that every trader faces. We place the stop loss at the recent swing high or right at the bands. That's our invalidation point. If price goes there, our theory is dead. We're aiming for 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. We aren't looking for moonshots. We're looking for a systematic process that works over a large sample size. Watch the price action here. It stays heavy, follows the momentum, and hits the target. No stress because we allowed the process. But look at what happens next. Price pulls back, but it stays below the band. Sellers are still in control. Another opportunity starts to form. It's the same logic. Trend is down. Momentum confirms. Price breaks the local structure and we enter the second sell. You can see it happens a third time further down the chart. By this point, retail traders are usually shouting that the price has dropped too much and they start buying. But notice the oscillator. It's still showing bearish commitment. The structure hasn't shifted. We don't trade based on how we feel about the price. We trade based on what the market is actually doing. We follow the rules, wait for breakdown, and take the third trade. By doing this selective, you're no longer guessing. You're waiting for the market to show its cards first. This system isn't designed to catch every single tick on the chart. It's designed to help you avoid the low-quality traps and focus your energy on setups that have the highest probability of follow-through. If you want to see how the same logic of waiting for an alignment applies to much faster approach, you'll want to see the next video on the simplest scalping strategy I've ever found. It's right here.